Hi, this is Dylan. Welcome to the Daily Trading Analysis video. Today is a Monday, 13th of July. So we're going to start off with the Euro against the US dollar. Right, so right here we have the forward chart. As we know, the price has actually gapped down this morning on the Greece debt issue, whereby Tsipras, the Prime Minister of Greece, has come out with austerity measures in order to meet demand for his creditors to give him the financial aid. So what's happening right here is that the technical gap has already been covered, and right now we're actually expecting price to fall even further from here while waiting for further retracement. So zooming the 1 hourly chart itself, I'm waiting for price to actually retrace a little bit further back to the price of 1.1195 before I actually look for a short opportunity. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward for the Euro against the US dollar. And next we have the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Alright, so this is a forward chart. Price has been consolidating, but at the same time moving a little bit higher as it rebounded off from the bottom of a falling trend channel, and right now it is moving towards the top of a falling trend channel as well. Looking at the key resistance level at the price of 0.6806 for a short opportunity in the longer term itself. But at the same time, right now we can actually wait for, or rather look for intraday long as it moves towards the top of the falling trend channel. Alright, so let's zoom in the 15-minute chart. I'm looking for price to retrace and probably get supported at the 55 moving average to go for a long instead. Alright, or if not, just have to wait for price to reach the top of the falling trend channel. Right, so that's for the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Next we have the pound against the US dollar. Price has appreciated as it rebounded off from the bottom of the rising trend channel, and this morning itself it is still little change as it consolidates. So we can actually set it in the smaller time frame. So right now we would like to wait for price to retrace further for the better entry price to go for a long opportunity. Price that I'm actually looking for is somewhere at, let me just plot some lines right here. Right, waiting for price to retrace all the way to some of the price of 1.5444. If we plot a Fibonacci retracement in the 15-minute chart, that will be somewhere at the 50% retracement level. Right, so that will be the key. That will be the first level I will be looking for to go for a long opportunity. Or if not, there is still a possibility the price may just fall all the way back to the bottom of the rising trend channel, and then we shall look for another rebound. Alright, so that's pretty much for the pound against US dollar. Next we have the Aussie against the US dollar. So back to the 4-hourly charts. So ever since price has been supported at the support level of 0.7368, Fibonacci expansion 141.4%, price begin to consolidate and at the same time forming higher lows, which signals that price may appreciate further. So doing a smaller time frame in the 1-hourly chart or rather 15-minute chart, I'm waiting for price to retrace a little bit further back to the price of somewhere at 0.7424 as the first level for me to go for a long opportunity. And if you were to go for a long opportunity right here, you may want to set your stop loss somewhere at the price of 0.7381. First level of take profit will be a resistance level of 0.7488, and followed by let's see, I'm just gonna take a pause here. Alright, followed by the price of 0.7540, which is the Fibonacci expansion level 141.4% measured from the bottom here to the top here, and then the final level will be somewhere at the price of 0.7600, which is at the falling trend line itself. Alright, so these are the three levels that you can look for if you were to go for a long opportunity. And that's pretty much for the Aussie against US dollar. Next we have the dollar against the Japanese yen. Alright, so this is the 4-day chart. As you can see, that there's a falling trend channel. So price almost touches the bottom of the trend channel, but has then begin to rebound all the way almost touching the top of the falling trend channel as of now. And therefore I'm looking for a intraday short opportunity while waiting for price to retrace further, and then look for a longer term long opportunity instead. So right here, while we are waiting for an intraday short, the current price right now will be a good price to go for the short, and you may want to set your stop loss at the price of 123.16. Alright, that will be the stop loss. And then first level we'll be looking at support level of 123.07. that will be the first take profit level, and then probably somewhere slightly lower than the 55 moving average in the 1 hourly chart. Key level I'm actually looking for would be at the price of somewhere the price of 121.47 for the final take profit level. While in the 4 hourly chart, I'm actually looking for a inverse head and shoulder like formation, although this is definitely not the ideal one, but that's the kind of formation I'm looking for to go for a longer term long opportunity instead. And that's pretty much for the dollar against the Japanese yen. Finally, we have the dollar against the Swiss franc. Alright, let's take a look in the smaller time frame. In the 1 hourly chart, as you can see, the price has actually gapped upwards in the morning. Has yet to really cover the whole thing itself. Well, I wouldn't say that this is really a gap. There isn't really a gap, but just the price did open higher than the price, the closing price last week. Now, right now what we're seeing is the price is just consolidating. There isn't a very clear direction that it's going towards to, but as far as dollar against the Swiss franc is concerned, I'm still looking for long opportunities to looking at the upside. So if you would like to look for a long opportunity, I'll be waiting for price to retrace back to the support level, somewhere at the price of 0.9354 to go for a long. Alright, and first level will be back to 0.9415, and then to the resistance level at the price of 0.9499. Last but not least, resistance level at the price of 0.9600. Alright, that's pretty much for the dollar against the Swiss franc. If not, you may just want to stay aside from this pair itself, because there could be a possibly the price will just depreciate all the way back to the rising trend line right here, as you can see. Alright, so that's for the dollar against the Swiss franc, and I would just like to touch on a few other currency pairs. First, we have the Aussie against the Japanese yen. Let's come back to the weekly charts. As you can see, there's a rising trend channel, and price is currently seated at the bottom of the rising trend channel. At the same time, somewhere at the 200 moving average, and of course sitting at the support level of 90.89. so that actually gives a signal to go for a long opportunity. Let's zoom in the 4 hourly charts. We can see that there is a inverse head and shoulder like formation right here. Again, this is not the ideal one that we're looking for, but this could be a good chance to go for a long, so you might want to wait for price to retrace all the way back to the price of 90.58 for the better entry price, and the first level will be back to 91.74. Alright, subsequently you can actually plot a Fibonacci retrace expansion from the bottom here to the price here to see what are the levels for take profit. Alright, however, just take note that price has kind of broke below the bottom of the rising trend channel. That could actually signals for price to fall much further from here. Alright, so if you were to go for a long here, just take note to get out of the market as soon as possible, as soon as you make some profits. And last but not least, I would just like to touch on the euro against the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Alright, in the daily chart itself, I'm actually looking at the formation right here, a head and shoulder. So the first shoulder has been formed with the head, and right now it's forming the second shoulder right here, and therefore I'm already looking for an opportunity to go for the short. Alright, back to the 4 hourly chart. If you plot a Fibonacci retracement, it is currently at the retracement at the Fibonacci retracement level of 50%. I'm waiting for price to retrace or rather gain a little bit higher to the price of 138.08, which is the retracement level of 61.8%, and as we can see that there's support level right here. Alright, so this could be the key price I'm looking for to go for the shorts, at the same time fulfilling the head and shoulder formation that's been shown in the day 1 chart. Alright, so with that, I've come to the end of my trading analysis video today, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.